If you're new, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. Sit down, relax, and enjoy this post review. Disclaimer, this is the mystery kit, so that's why I kept the mystery. You are warned. Please, if you do not want to see it, close that video right away. I will forgive you. Without further ado, let's have a look. Okay, so mystery kit. My very first mystery kit from Diamond Art Club, from any company, in fact. And I loved it. I did struggle a bit with the color palette, especially at the very top. As you can see, it's a lot of browns and it felt very dull for me. Then we reach that owl and the window here. The owl had a lot of ABs and the window here, all the diamond shapes. Fairy dust. So this was really nice, and then I could see the start of the shaping of that hat. I was like, "Ooh, is there a witch in there?" And then going further down, there were the roses, and I was like, "Why is there some pink?" Because I think that the section ended like here, with a teeny tiny bit of pink done, and yes, there's a little bit of ABs as well in there. And then as I was going down, obviously I saw that it was really like roses here, and then I could see the pumpkin starting to shape. And I was like, interesting. And then I stopped there. I stopped there for about 2 months because I put the priority on Realm of the Cats, and then I put the priority on Witch's Greenhouse, and then I really wanted to finish my Mini Dazzle and Witch's Greenhouse, which the latter being for the Drills and Chills 2024, so it had to be finished ideally by 31st of October 2024. So yeah, but as soon as I had done with this one, I went back to this beauty, and I think I've done this part here, so it's what, a third of a canva in maybe a week and a half. I loved it. I could see the shaping of everything, like here, this box and the books and that cauldron, and then it took me forever, like almost for the whole kit to be done, to realize that this was a desk. And as I was filming my month 2 of the Distache Challenge, that's when I realized that you can read the text here. When doing the diamond painting, obviously I didn't even realize these were words. I was like, oh, okay, cool, ABs. I was just in the flow, I just didn't even, at some point I didn't even pay attention to what I was doing. It's just like, oh yeah, okay, I'm putting down diamonds. And so here it says Book of Shadows, which, looking very close, it's not that obvious, but looking for a bit further away, even the camera right now I think might be a little too close, you can read the text. I think that's pretty awesome. And then here you have the autumn leaves and that desk. You know what? When I see the color of the desk and the drawers, I feel like, can I have the same one at home? This is looking so posh. Not posh. That's not the word. It is, but not the sense of expensive. It's looking like very comfy, like it makes you feel very wealthy without being expensive. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a luxury. Kind of like diamond painting, basically. But yes, it did take me a while to do it. 1, because of the color palette, and 2, because this summer in France was really, 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 really hot, and for several weeks I couldn't diamond paint at all. Like, Even the putty was very stringy. It was awful. And so this went onto the back burner. It was just kind of like forgotten. And somehow, when I had the possibility to work back on it, I only had that feeling of the color palette not being that fun. And then I picked it back up. And every time I picked it back up, I felt like I'm enjoying it so much. And then I have to stop to focus on something else. So having the freedom to finish here was a real pleasure. To give you an idea of the dates, so this post review is recorded last weekend of October. I came back from the States on the 9th of October, so between the 9th and the 26th, I finished Witch's Greenhouse and this one. So in 2 weeks, I think, 2 weeks, knowing that I'm obviously still working full time. So I worked very quickly. I think for this whole part here, I think the first section and a half here, I think I had done this part. It took me a day or two. And then somehow in one evening or one full day on the weekend, I did this whole section here and that whole section here. I was focused. You know how sometimes you get laser focus on one thing and you just don't stop? That's where I was at. And then doing this one for the cauldron, when I reached that section, I was like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do all the things around, or do I want to do this one first? And in fact, I did all the 310 first because that was the most color. And then it felt like this section went very, very quickly because, well, I had done half of it already because it was all 310. A lot of color blocking. Who would have thought that I would enjoy color blocking? The one thing that I would say, so I don't know really can't remember when this one came out because I posted in January 2024, so I'm guessing it was out in January 2024, maybe December of 2023. So I don't know what was going on with drills, if they were already making them in-house or if it was half and half, but some drills felt like they were way too small. I'm realizing I'm missing a drill here. I will have to just put it back in. But like, for example, here, I mean, I know it's not that obvious, but there's some spaces where there's a lot of space basically between drills. So I was using a lot of multi-placers, and very often what would happen is that on some colors, usually this kind of blue, here I have one just there, I've seen one, but I have now lost. But around here, like this one very exactly, I don't know if you can really see, but it's a lot tinier than the rest. So this one is a lot smaller. Okay, so there's a gap, but then others, they were very tight with each other. So yeah, this is the one complaint that I would have, is like the drills. Like I said, I know the Diamond Art Club had started at some point to do diamonds in-house, but I don't know if this is a mix of in-house and from the company in China, or if it is all from abroad. I don't know, but yeah, the drills were not that great. Speaking of color, this is what I have leftovers. And yes, I had 2 more containers that were stored in another tray because I didn't have the space. But yeah, there are obviously a lot of leftovers. I mean, you know, it's Diamond Art Club, right? So you do expect to have a lot of leftovers. And I think the ones I had the most issues were the 926. I'm not going to take them out. So this is kind of like a grey blue, and There was another kind of like bluish color, but I don't think it was the... This is more of a green. Anyway, so yeah, the blacks had a lot of trash, obviously, but darker colors tend to have more trash. So it's okay. As you can see for this one, I went with my preferred version in this, more or less, because here I went for the mathematical symbols, the lookalikes, and etc. And I ended with alphanumericals. Oh, numerical alpha? I don't know. Anyway, I saw that I was missing one color. Done. Is it cheating? Does it mean I have to restart my post review? Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, I am very, very happy. I am also very much excited to start my other mystery kit, which, you know, you good people of YouTube will be choosing when for me, because I'm quite having a lot of fun letting you decide what I do the following month. So, yay! But yes, next, the other mystery kit that I have is a Richard Lawrence, meaning it's one of the Funky Birds. Figured you'd prefer to watch the diamond painting instead of a glare on the diamonds. And so yes, I'm very excited to do a Richard Lawrence, because I have seen so many diamond paintings, so many cross-stitch patterns, that I'm like, I really want to try it, but do I want to take the risk to spend years on a pattern that I may not like? So diamond painting is a good in-between. But yes, that's it. Really, the one thing that I am unhappy is the drill sizes. That's not perfect. Sometimes it was very easy, other times it was just a pain in the butt. But, oh well, it's life, right? So, it's okay. I survived. But otherwise, yeah, if I ignore the color palette, because this is a Cheryl Baker color palette. For some reason, when I bought it, I thought I bought a Christopher Lovell, which would have been a lot darker anyway. But I don't know. I don't know what came through my brain when I bought it and afterwards. But yeah, I'm still very happy. A bit too much brown for me. But like I said, it is a Cheryl Baker. And it's okay. I still find it gorgeous. So, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!